Have you ever wondered what truly makes the richest people in the world different from everyone else? Some rise from ordinary backgrounds and become millionaires and billionaires, while others work hard their entire lives, yet barely make ends meet. Where's the difference? Is it just luck? Or only hard work? Napoleon Hill's legendary book Think and Grow Rich reveals the secret. Wealth, success, and prosperity are rooted in your thoughts and mindset. If you can change the way you think, you can change your entire life. This story began in 1908 when a young journalist, Napoleon Hill, got the chance to interview Andrew Carnegie, the world's wealthiest steel magnate at that time. Carnegie told him, "If I told you that there is a formula for success, and if you dedicated the next 20 years of your life to discovering it and sharing it with the world, would you accept the challenge?" Hill agreed, and for the next 2 decades he studied and interviewed the most successful people of his era: Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Alexander Graham Bell, and hundreds of other great leaders. From these experiences, he concluded that success follows certain timeless principles. Later, he compiled these into his world-famous book Think and Grow Rich, which has become one of the most influential motivational and business books of all time. The core idea of this book is simple but profound. Wealth begins with a thought. If you control your thoughts, your actions change, and your results transform. But success requires more than just a wish. It requires a burning desire. The first principle is desire. Every achievement begins with a clear and burning desire. Without strong desire, the rest of the principles won't matter. Thomas Edison experimented thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. If his desire had been weak, he would have quit after the first few failures. That's why it's crucial to write down your goal, repeat it daily, and visualize it as already achieved. The second principle is faith. To succeed, you must believe that your goal is possible. When you constantly affirm to yourself, "I can do this," your mind starts working to make it happen. Positive affirmations, replacing negative thoughts, and learning from the stories of successful people helps strengthen your belief. The third principle is autosuggestion. This is about training your mind by repeating what you want until your subconscious accepts it as truth. Eventually, belief turns into reality. Creating a vision board, reviewing your goals daily, and surrounding yourself with positive people are all ways to practice autosuggestion. The fourth principle is specialized knowledge. General education is not enough. Successful people master specific knowledge in a particular field. You don't need to know everything, but you must become deeply skilled in one area and surround yourself with experts who cover your weaknesses. The fifth principle is imagination. Every great invention or business started as an idea. Henry Ford imagined that ordinary people could own cars, and that single idea transformed an entire industry. Use your imagination daily to create ideas and then connect them with action. Even failure can spark new ideas. The sixth principle is organized planning. Desire and imagination are wasted without a concrete plan. Goals remain dreams until they are organized into action steps. Break your big goals into smaller parts, set deadlines, and regularly review your plans with your team. The seventh principle is decision. Successful people make firm and quick decisions, while unsuccessful people hesitate and rely too much on others' opinions. Once you make a decision, stick with it. Indecision is one of the greatest enemies of success. The eighth principle is persistence. This may be the most important secret of all: never giving up. Every great leader and entrepreneur faced obstacles but refused to quit. Most people give up after a few tries, but the successful ones keep going until they succeed. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." To build persistence, stay connected to your goal, learn from setbacks, and celebrate small wins. The ninth principle is the mastermind. One person alone can achieve little compared to the power of a team. Hill explained that when two minds come together, a third, invisible mind, is created, an energy of collaboration. Henry Ford himself was not highly educated, but he surrounded himself with skilled engineers and business experts, which helped him build one of the world's greatest car companies. Find like-minded people who share your goals and strengths. The 10th principle is the brain. Hill described the brain as a broadcasting and receiving station for thoughts. The ideas you repeat most often eventually shape your reality. Fill your mind with positive thoughts through books, music, conversations, and daily affirmations. Show your brain the image of success over and over again. The 11th principle is the sixth sense. This is the inner guidance or intuition that appears once you've mastered the other principles. It's that gut feeling or inner voice that often leads you in the right direction. To strengthen it, spend quiet moments in reflection and learn to trust your intuition even in small decisions. The 12th principle is overcoming fear. Fear is the greatest enemy of success. Hill identified 6 major fears: fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of losing love, fear of old age, and fear of death. These fears hold people back more than any real obstacle. To overcome them, write down your fears, analyze them, face them step by step, and replace them with positive self-talk. Hill's most famous line is, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Failure is not the end. It is simply a stepping stone to success. Wealth is not just about money. It's about mastering your mind and your actions. Define your goal, repeat your affirmations daily, build your network, learn from failures, and take small steps every day toward your dream. Think and Grow Rich is more than a book. It's a formula for transforming your life. Hill shows us that wealth and success begin with thought. When you control your mind, you shape your destiny. If you want your life to look very different in the next 5 years, these principles must become part of your daily routine. Don't be afraid to dream, and more importantly, don't be afraid to act on your dreams. Decide today, what do you want? What price are you willing to pay for it? And by when do you want it? Once you answer those questions, don't stop, no matter how hard the path becomes. Remember, success belongs to those who dream, believe, and act.